Monday's child is fair of face. Tuesday's child is full of grace. Wednesday's child is full of woe. Thursday's child has far to go. Friday's child is loving and giving. Saturday's child works hard for a living. And the child that is born on Sabbath day is bonny and blithe and good and gay.
Greetings, people of Earth. My name is Rob Wieland. I am an author, game designer, and professional nerd. My pronouns are he, him. And tonight we are telling our final tale in this season of Free League's Vaesen. For those of you who have not already watched our episodes of Vaesen, this is a great opportunity to go back and watch us build this story. But this is a horror fantasy game set in the 19th century in a mythic Nordic setting. Where the players investigate strange happenings and try to figure out what's going on and how to bring balance once again between the Vaesen, who are these ethereal creatures, and the humans whose lives are changing because of the Industrial Revolution. We return to Castle Gyllencreutz, and the society that is slowly reassembling itself of individuals who have gained the sight and have the ability to see and interact with the Vaesen. I like, for podcast listeners, everybody's doing some sort of weird Vogue facial dance thing going on right now.
I'm just doing the hand binoculars.
Let's go around the table and have everybody introduce themselves. What their character is, and what their favorite moment was from last session. It's always both Tony and Tony always give me a look like I have to go first. So I think we're actually going to change it up tonight, and we're going to start with Ethan.
Oh. Hi, my name is Ethan Exon Anderson, he, him, and I'm playing Franz Bjorn. And my favorite part from last time was about a month ago.
Recap. There were trolls. It was the baby.
No, I remember going to see the trolls, baby changeling, lady in the insane asylum.
Okay.
Yeah, pick one.
Pick one.
Okay.
You started handing out Jesus pamphlets.
Yeah.
I thought they were Jesus knives.
He made
the mini crucifixes. I'm like, I know there was a thing.
Yeah.
You went from Satanism to Christ really quickly.
Yeah, he did. Passing out the crucifixes
Born again.
to everyone. Definitely be it.
Okay.
That was pretty cool.
Let's move on to our next mind player.
Hi, I am Sarah Babe, she, they, and I am playing Svetlana Mork.
And my favorite part of last game was actually just flirting with your daughter.
Oh.
Damn it, Sarah's still my favorite part.
Well, no, I mean, we can both flirt. It's okay.
I have a
both
different spot.
flirted separately, to be
Okay,
fair.
crushing
Okay.
on Astrid.
Crushing it with Astrid.
My genes are great. I
Not
don't
yet.
know what else to say.
Let's move on to our next mind player.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jordan Fishburne, and I am playing our doctor, Aelin Alborn. My favorite moment from last episode was
EpiPen.
a Spiritu Bang Bang, which was the best thing, except for Tony's like super dope line that he said, but that was all part of the same sequence with him doing like an exorcism / shooting people with his revolver thing.
Yeah.
In case you want to use your super cool line, I did write it down for favorite things. In case you want to word for word get back at that.
And what are your pronouns?
She, her.
Okay. Let's move on to our next mind player.
Hello, my name is Tony Cheek, he, him. I am playing Max Wallander, the private detective, and my favorite moment from last episode was my stick-up of the priest and his underlings.
Goons.
His
Oh,
goons.
Goons.
Cultists?
His goons.
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 Minions?
Goons. It's getting really Christopher Walken-y. Okay,
Goons.
What do you mean?
and yeah, that's
I stuck up the goons. That's a terrible walk-in.
It was not great.
No.
Just never cut off Christopher Walken's pinky.
Let's move on to our final mind player.
Hello, I am Tawny P. Thompson, she, hers, and I am playing Stabi Sundage, our writer. And I, very well published, don't even question it.
What does well published mean?
I have a lot of books.
Okay.
Published a lot.
Published.
just to be
But they're not
fair,
very good.
Yeah, a lot of bullshit.
They sell many copies.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I mean, just
say
because
about
you
it
have
what
a
you
lot
will.
of sex
Say
doesn't
about
mean
it
you're
what
good at
you
it.
will. Anyhow, my favorite part was certainly flirting with my beloved Astrid.
Did you draw hearts around her name?
Yes, I did, and I wrote it in pink, and there's little stars too.
I don't think that showed up on camera.
Well, I'm sure Tawny could take a picture of it and just they're like, why don't you take a picture of it? We could cut a still in. How about that?
Sure, we'll make
So
that up.
there.
Also making friends with the trolls, so hashtag troll friend.
Oh yeah, did we make friends with the trolls?
Yeah.
Oh,
were
yeah.
there.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, that's right. I like trolls.
Right, you did make friends with the trolls because you came out hard against the priest who was,
They had crazy hair and they had like a little gem in their belly button.
and they all sang Justin Timberlake songs. No, maybe try living with a 3-year-old.
They sang Matchbox 20 instead.
We begin in Castle Gyllencreutz. Looking out over the city of Uppsala. And even though it's only been a month or two, what was this leaden, hunched building seems to have slowly drawn its posture back up and sprung to life, thanks to the efforts of the members of the society who have taken the building and built out and added things. In the streets of Uppsala, we cut to Franz as he is you're making your way through the streets. You're on some sort of errand. What sort of errand do you think you would be on in the city?
I mean, you're probably making your way downtown.
Walking fast.
Faces pass.
You homebound.
Doodle-doodle-doodle.
Doodly doodly doo.
Do we have to pay rights for that or
No.
no?
Parody.
Okay.
I'm going to choose grocery shopping.
Nice.
Coming back with some fresh bread.
So as you are in the bakery, as this is before, this was before the supermarket was invented. You're waiting for your French bread that sticks conveniently out of your bag to let everybody know that you're grocery shopping.
It's a requirement.
And the baker is a lovely, sweet, round woman who constantly talks about how she's very excited to have such a handsome officer in her business, and how she appreciates. She hopes that every time you come in, she's like, well, I hope that you eat all of the bread because it keeps you tall and strong. Like, she barely peeks up from the countertop.
I see you have eaten your bread.
You say that all the time.
Do you have any of those little sweet cakes left?
Well, I made some just for you.
Nice.
I know that you like to take them, or I know that you take them up to the castle, but you have to make sure that you're the only one who eats them.
Mm-hmm.
The bell jangles, and a woman walks in, and I'm not sure. You tell me how you feel about this. You recognize her. This is Mrs. Anderson. She is one of the widows of your unit.
I am going to do this thing that happens when you see someone you used to know in a store, where you continually make it so your back is towards them, no matter what you're doing.
Wow, I usually just say hi.
Oh, no, I don't want that conversation. No.
You're so sweet, Sarah. What's on this aisle?
Wow. Okay. Am I the
Would
only
you
one
look
who
at
does
that? Yeah, maybe.
You have to strategically place yourself, so even if they notice you can pretend like you didn't notice.
Yeah, you give them you punt the option,
Yep.
and then you're like,
Really?
and then that way, if they blank you, you can just kind of be like, oh well, whoops.
Well,
but
I'm doing
hey,
the
I
same
didn't
thing.
see you
yeah,
there.
like
Whoa.
I just
Does
run
that
away.
mean that
That's
everybody
very
else
nice.
has punted the option to me and I kick it?
Yep.
yeah, probably.
Wow.
Yeah.
Be happy that if they didn't want to talk to you at all, they would have ran. So you
True.
would be fine, because that's
Yeah.
what I do.
And thanks for listening to Teaching Sarah How to Human with your favorite segment. Okay.
Sarah, you're weird. This is why I have my own camera now.
This is a.
Are you going to make him roll a stealth check?
I am to see if he gets out of there. This is the dumbest stealth check ever, but I have to
So
make
here
him roll
for
it.
How's yourself, buddy?
So just remember, if you fail this roll, you have to take a condition.
Yeah, I feel like if you well, because precision is a physical thing.
Yep. I'm good with precision, like bad with stealth.
Manipulation, maybe?
Well, it's precision plus stealth.
Yeah.
So
that's
what
right.
are you rolling here?
6.
Six dice?
Yep.
Okay. So once again, just to remind everybody how the game works, you assemble your dice pool based on your attribute and your skill. You roll it. If you roll a 6 on any one of the dice, you succeed. If you don't, you may choose to push and re-roll again, but that usually means that you have to take some sort of condition. And once you have loaded up on conditions, that's when your character has to deal with serious injury. You will not take a condition if you fail. It just means that you have to, that she will confront you and be like, so, how you been?
I'm assuming I should use my compass for this.
If you have a
Pull your
talent
compass out of your
that is
pocket, like-
avoid awkward situations, this might be a good time.
That's the true magic of Captain Jack Sparrow's compass, really. It's
Yeah.
not leading to a fancy treasure. This is awkward.
Oh, never that many dice in a time.
I think you might have actually flipped a 6 to a 2.
Well, it's a 2 now.
I think
got
it was a
1
6. though.
6.
You did go
Sarah
1
was
6?
right.
I
Okay.
got 1 6.
Okay.
1.5 6s.
Okay. So you grab your loaves of bread and your sweet cakes, and you crab walk out of the bakery.
With your compass.
Do I know she was from this town? Around this town?
No.
I may wait to see if I can see, like, what area she lives in and, like, drop something off later.
Are you going to follow her?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I don't want to have that conversation, but it'd be nice to see, like...
If she's doing okay.
Exactly.
Creepy.
I don't want to talk to you, but you okay?
Why don't you give me an investigation logic roll this time? Ethan cracking into the dice. It's like you wanted to try out your
New
dice tower. Very.
Nothing.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Are you going to push it, or I will give you 3 options here. You can push it. You can not find out where she lives, or you can have the awkward talk.
I'm going to not find out where she lives.
Okay.
Because I feel as if that's what would happen.
Okay. So, you kind of hang around watching your bread cool, and then she comes out, and a little kid comes running out of one of the toy stores on the street. And you overhear him saying, "Mama, there is a clown chair that I would like to buy. I would like to put it in my bedroom in the new house."
So I can have all the nightmares.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, I'm like, clown chair? What the hell's wrong with you, Rob?
Here.
Mommy, there's a trash bed that I would love to buy.
Trash bag.
Like I feel like I have shot my own plot in the foot, because the group is like, we cannot let this kid have this clown chair. I don't care if there's a Vaesen.
It's clearly a haunted
It's
clown chair.
clearly a haunted clown chair.
Here, have this knife instead.
We've all seen
Much
Poltergeist.
safer.
Perhaps we could give you some kind of neat vest to play with the dog. So maybe that's what you do. Instead of following her, you're like, I have to get the tea because you have to stop the clown chair. We cut to the garden.
I love the garden.
Well, good, because that's where you are.
Yay!
And you've been slowly but surely leaving gifts in the garden.
Mhm.
With the hope of luring out the Nisse
Mhm.
that exist. The Nisse are essentially house spirits that exist in most places, and they have been slow to embrace you here, but finally you see one.
Hello, little Nisse.
What sort of things do you leave out for these creatures?
Little thimbles of milk, lavender, mint,
Okay.
little bits of like chocolate.
Okay. So the Nisse is holding the thimble of milk and the lavender in the other hand, and dipping it in the milk and chewing on it when you see it. Like a cookie.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Yeah.
Hello, little Nisse. No. It's okay. I'm a friend.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Hello, little Nisse.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm very good. It's very nice to see you.
It's very nice to see you too. This combination is delightful.
Oh, I'm so glad you like it. I've been trying so hard to welcome any of you.
Oh, you've been the one leaving these things around, have you?
Yes.
Oh, that's very kind of you. It's very kind of you. Do you grow this lavender yourself?
Yes, I do. In this garden, in fact.
It's very nice. The old owners didn't take advantage of this space nearly enough.
Oh, exactly. I agree 100%.
And their fertilizer tastes like shit.
I mean, I can't even be mad at that.
Have you been here long?
We've been here a few months.
Oh, that's a human term. What does month mean?
Turns of the moon.
About 3 turns of the moon.
Oh, and he counts on his 3 little fingers, and I see. Well, that has been a while. I apologize that we haven't spoken sooner. It's been so long since anyone has given us anything to eat, really.
Oh, right. This was not.
Do you have more of the? And
oh yes, of course. And I snips them off, obviously.
Yeah. Thank you. Like he had one, and I've kind of given him like the nacho bowl of of lavender.
Yeah, it's just been it wasn't very welcoming to Nisse before, but I've always been of the belief that a home isn't a home without a Nisse. So I have a particularly grumpy one at home, with my mother, where I was home, which is not home anymore right now. So it's very nice to see you.
Well, I'm sorry why did you leave your home then?
Oh, I was summoned here.
By whom or what?
By the oh, what is her name? Her name, I just can't remember it. Elfenclintz? Oh, is that an odd name I should say? Is she the one that was mean to you? I'm not like her if she was the one that was mean to you. She had nothing to do with lavender and the milk.
He sets the milk down and he places the other pieces of lavender on the ground.
Oh, no.
She's not here, though, right?
No. She's been locked away.
Okay.
Quite readily. She's just not going to be getting out anytime soon.
Well, good.
Was she mean to you?
Not to me, personally. But, well, she was mean to the others like you.
What?
She was very mean. They never came back.
What? There were others?
Uh-huh.
How many others?
Enough.
Oh.
And then I never saw them again. Except for her. She was the last one.
Oh. Did she yell at them, or did she make them do awful things?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up an uncomfortable subject. Would you like some milk and lavender?
Oh, no, thank you. I can grab some more. I had some earlier, but thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate this, but I should probably go.
Okay, please know you are welcome here.
I know.
Okay.
And I hope Alpha Clint is not.
I will make sure she isn't.
Good. And he trundles off back into the garden.
That's not a good sign. We knew it was kind of rocky, though.
I know.
Cut to...
We're in danger.
Aelin, where are you eating lunch with your daughter?
I think Aelin would avoid town because she's not admitting to her other daughter that she isn't where she is supposed to be. Even if Astrid tells on me, I'm going to be like, what are you talking about? I don't know.
I love the trust that your family encircles here.
Can I borrow a compass?
So I think we probably picked a place in the manor castle thing. Maybe like an outside vista that she's been working on as our gardener or something like that.
Oh, well, maybe you're eating like I like the idea that you're perhaps eating near or in like the hedge maze. I mean,
Okay.
I don't.
Also got like a butterfly thing recently.
Yeah, the butterfly house.
I don't know if we're supposed to eat in there.
Yeah, butterflies are fine.
I don't know.
It's not like butterflies are good.
I accidentally ate a butterfly.
Okay, that's
It was good though.
That's not what I thought it was gonna be, but
Protein.
They don't taste anything like butter.
That's the texture
I can't
would be
believe
bad.
it isn't butter though.
Yeah.
It'd be
Anyway,
dusty.
I don't want to eat a butterfly.
Okay, no,
you don't have to. I
I know.
promise.
I was gonna say they're butterflies, not like bats. It's not gonna be guano everywhere.
Bat.
we cut to the butterflies fluttering and to a like. I get the feeling that your dinners with your daughter are formal. Like they're not like I don't think that the two of you really like talk about your feelings or.
I think that tracks. I think that Aelin tried to open up that door with her kids after her husband passed, but it didn't. There was like a weird disconnect of what people were talking about, and them having to grow up in that environment and stuff just made it very difficult for us to open that door afterwards. So
I think that's why you find it very unusual
I don't know.
when she starts to talk to you about suitors.
Oh. Okay. This is very sudden, dear.
Well, I mean, I didn't expect anything like this either. I wasn't expecting a suitor to reveal themselves here in Uppsala when I came to meet you. But I mean, how did you meet Father?
Oh, well, we had grown up in the same area and got along very well. Sort of fell into place naturally like that. But you are of an age to start courting suitors, so that I think that makes sense. And as long as they make you happy and are good to you, I would, of course, wish nothing more than my dear, dear daughter to be happy.
Well, that's the thing. There are two.
Oh, dear. See, now you have options. That's so wonderful.
Don't look at me. I
Well-
mean, maybe.
I mean, one is very quick-witted and charming and wealthy and creative.
Well, it's definitely not stuff. I'm kidding.
No, I agree.
I was gonna say, Tony's gonna odd job that hat across the table at you.
I heard wealthy, and I was like, that doesn't sound right.
Sold some books. The resources aren't there because she spent it all on research.
Well, I'm sure, but you taking her out on a date, you're gonna be like, yeah, no, baby, whatever you want, and then later, like, listen, can I have that back? I don't.
You can't
But
go
the
to
other,
front entrance anymore.
but the other is so sweet, and I can just see the love that they have for me in their eyes, and I don't know. I've never really done anything like this before.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but I was not very much playing the game back in our days. When I was young, when we went about town, it was.
No, I'm laughing because I'm imagining like the most like staid like.
Before we gathered Tinder.
Like, it's hard to think of an old Victorian metaphor
I
when you're already doing Victorian play.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
like I imagine like the
courting candles.
the height of passion was I have touched the top of your hand also on the table. Like
I let you see my ankle as I was going up the stairs.
You harlot.
I rouged my cheeks. It was scandalous.
Yeah. But I didn't have multiple suitors. It was very understood that myself and your father were going to be together. But I think it's exciting to have the privilege of choice, and I'm sure it's difficult on your end. You have to make the decision, but I'll support you in whatever you decide, and I'm sure your sister will support you and her children. And
give me an observation empathy roll here.
okay.
Uh-oh.
I can't really use any of my talents for this.
Give me a mom. You're really not that cool anymore.
Could I dump a little bit of liquor into like my tea as we're talking about this for an additional time?
Nice.
Are you?
I have liquor in my equipment.
Yeah, but are you dosing her? Or are you dosing you?
I'm dosing me.
Okay. you want to be in that. You want to be in that dark phase. Like, okay, wait, I'm a little buzzed.
I'm taking a little bit of the tension out. A little bit.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Is that just one die? I'm guessing.
Yeah. If it's your memento, right? Is a flask.
My memento is my father's.
Okay,
name.
never mind.
No, this is just equipment.
Yeah, just my equipment. That's 1-6. Uno 6.
There's something that she's not telling you that she's afraid to tell you. Like you know when your kid is like
talking around something.
Yeah.
Anyways, I want you to know, darling, sometimes, and I know this is partially my fault, sometimes we Allborns have a little difficulty talking about the hard things. The things that give us a little bit more trouble than most. And I take full responsibility for that. I'm sure you understand why, but even then, I want to be better in being able to support you. So I just want you to know, if there's anything that you want to tell me, of course, my only goal in life is to support you and help you. And you don't have to tell me now if you don't want to. You don't have to tell me ever if you don't want to. But I just want you to know the option is there.
Hashtag mom guilt.
No. Okay.
This is Jordan's version of, do you need me to go up to the grocery store and get you some dental dams?
That's a deep cut. All right. The suitor is one of the other members of the society.
Really? It can't be Franz. Max? Dear, I will support you. I will support you.
I like that Max is somewhere like, What is...
My ears are
I will support you, of course, if that's what your heart is set upon. But I do have to warn you, as somebody who has worked as his doctor before, that he has a little bit of an addiction problem, dear. And I that's to say it's something that anybody can overcome and work past, but
No.
Franz is much too old, darling.
Hashtag awkward conversation.
And she sits up straight and looks you dead in the eye. It's not him either.
Oh!
The butler.
Poor Elegant walks in yeah. Hey, ladies.
I see. Oh.
I really wanted to be the butler now.
Svetlana? Oh, she is very sweet, dear.
She's
And of course I would that is something that I would support you with as well.
Well, she is one. And Stabby is the other.
Filthy liar.
I take my drink.
Jordan's face right now for podcast listeners is just priceless.
Chef's kiss.
And I take back out my liquor bottle.
I was gonna say this, like before you were subtle about it. This time it's the
I like tip
it's the that 70s mom gif.
Yeah. And I let it all. It's filled all to the top of the teacup. I cap it. I put it back. Of course, I will support you. I will support you in whatever you decide. I trust that my daughter has better judgment than her mother. If you come to the conclusion of Stabby as your bow of choice, of course I'll support you. Your happiness is the most important thing to me. But please don't.
I was waiting for the shoe to drop.
As we cut to...
legit, I think that's almost the exact conversation I had with my mother when I was talking about getting another tattoo.
Support. Please, though. Please.
But one last hope.
One last entreaty.
Max, what are you doing in your office? Do you have an office separate as a
Sure.
Okay. What are you doing there?
Yeah, I think that I had a desk in my room, and then Algot was like, we got other rooms. You can just have an office, and I was like, oh, great. I think I'm in there, and maybe I borrowed some drugs from old Ayland here, and I'm trying to find a good hiding spot.
Oh, okay.
Do you think I wouldn't be watching for that as a doctor with a known addict in my presence?
So why don't you go ahead and roll your...
As an addict, he's not
thinking about that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just because you're I'm watching you doesn't mean he's I'm gonna try.
Yeah,
so go ahead and give me a stealth roll here, and
okay.
Aylin, I want you to give me a...
No, that's not good.
I just want to know if I notice. That's
that's what I'm saying here. I want you to give me a...
Still just sugar pills.
Investigation logic roll.
Max rolls in. Algot, I really need you to do something for me. Hold this.
Investigation.
I buckle, sir.
Logic.
What if your dope was on fire? Impossible, sir. It's in Johnson's underpants.
And it's in my doctor's bag, so I'm just gonna take a little additional die for that.
For the record, I got a whole lot of nothing.
Nice.
I also got a whole lot of nothing.
Nice.
An equal amount of nothing.
You guys don't even know that
Let's
you each
see,
other
nothing
exist.
from nothing. 10% of nothing. That
No,
leaves
I know what happened.
nothing.
So you unwrap the bundle because you're like, okay, I think I've got the thing, and you open up the box and there's a note. There's no drugs. Damn. And the note reads, "Dear Mr. Wallander, I returned the items that you took from Miss Allborn to save you the embarrassment of having to return them.
XO,
Signed.
XO, all good.
Albert Frisk."
Aw, what a good butler.
Dang.
That's rough, though.
You know,
He buttles, sir.
Yeah, you got nothing, but he got like 3 successes on his buttle roll.
I didn't
Yeah,
even notice,
like,
man.
really.
He's a good job. He does a
Yeah.
good job.
I think this might be one of those moments where, like, in like a deep, like, almost like withdrawal state of anger, he starts trashing the office.
Okay.
you know, you could probably talk to the person who hangs out in the garden and see if she grows anything.
No. So you have your Citizen Kane freak out where you smash the desk and toss everything,
Can
and
I
they're
Kramer my way in?
yeah. Hey,
Jerry!
you and you finish throwing your tantrum. And Alget is standing in the doorway. Mr. Wallander,
Yes, Alget.
there is a Mr. Lundquist here to see you. Shall I? He's waiting for you in the study.
I will meet him there, Alget, thank you.
Do you wish me to tidy up your room, sir?
Yes, please.
You like? I imagine you do the heavy brush pass too, where you shoulder check him a little bit.
Yeah, I had somebody do that to me once.
Mr. Lundquist is not a client. He's a target of an investigation that you've been working on. He's a very rich client.
Oh.
And he sits in a top hat with a silk scarf, a boulder of a man with his hands folded on his belly.
If his back is turned, I think I walk up, see how well he's dressed, and, like,
Yeah.
try to, like,
Yeah.
tidy up.
I must say, I am quite impressed with your office, Mr. Wallander. I was under the impression that you were a cheap detective.
Nothing cheap about me, sir, no. How can I help you?
Well, regardless of whether or not your services are affordable, they are effective. I believe you have some personal items of mine. Letters, as I recall, to a Miss Kitty Rosebud.
Really?
Nice.
Kitty Rosebud, eh?
Yes. Someone of your standing might call her a mistress, but I prefer to call myself a patron of her arts.
Nice.
Cleverly
Yeah.
put, sir. So, these letters you speak of that I supposedly have, what about them?
I would like them returned to me.
What if I don't have them?
Well, that is unfortunate. You see, I am willing to pay for them. Far above whatever rate that my wife paid you. I speak slightly falsely. Perhaps the term is barter for them.
barter. So you're willing to negotiate for them, is what you're saying.
Yes. He reaches into his vest pocket and pulls out a vial.
Oh no! Don't do it! Don't do it, no!
Do you remember where you put the letters, Mr. Wallander?
Can I roll to try to interrupt this?
No. This is a decision that that detective has to make on his own.
Okay.
And we cut to...
Well, now you have time to think about it.
Well, A, we have time to think about it, and B, we can always run a flashback later in the episode to see whether or not he took the deal. Because I did kind of spring it on you. But
I was like, I was checking to see if there's some sort of like willpower roll or something.
what? No, the decision is entirely up to you.
Okay.
So, plus this way we can get people who are like, I have to listen to 3 more episodes now. Sabi, where are you receiving a visit from your publisher, Jan Janssen?
I think similarly to Max, I have set up like a small office with my typewriter and my research materials. And so I think when he arrives, I am like at Ulfric the typewriter going click, 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 clack, clack. And I'm currently writing The Absurd Ambush with an Ambling Ashwife.
Freya's tits! Look at this place!
I've improved my surroundings, Jan. I hope that means you understand, you know.
What am I supposed to understand? Are you leaving me? Is this what you're telling me? You're breaking my heart? I'm gonna have a heart attack right here in this castle, and I'm gonna be a ghost that's gonna haunt you.
I suppose it depends on what you do for me. Also, there's enough ghosts around here. I mean, of course there aren't. Not here, per se, but I have another book on it's on the back burner.
Well, with what you're paying for this place, I would hope that you would be smart enough to hire people to write these books for you.
Are you implying something, Jan? Is there something that you're implying right now, Jan? Jan Janssen? I take the highest pride in my novels.
Well, good, because I have a promotional opportunity that I think will get your name out there even more.
Algit, could you bring a cup of tea for my dear publisher here? There's a butler.
Yes, Mom.
Thank you, Algit. You were saying, Jan.
Well, I can't argue with your own butler. I mean, I don't know who did you was there.
He buttles.
Yeah,
sir.
I get that. How did you get the butler in the castle? How did this happen?
I've improved my circumstances somewhat, Jan.
Well,
I found an alternate source, if you will.
all right. Well, I thought for your next book, you know how you're always talking about how every one of these tales is a true life story?
Indeed.
Well, I found one for you.
You what?
I found you a real life mystery to solve.
And that entails, are you certain? Because I'm telling you, it takes quite a good eye to recognize the signs, you see.
Well, what if I told you that this tale was told to me personally by none other than S.T. Adler?
Adler, you say? Who's S.T. Adler? Oh.
Saint Adler.
Got it. S.T. Adler, you say?
Mm-hmm. I believe he is the owner of the S.T. Adler Mining Corporation.
Yes, he's quite well off. I've heard.
Well, I mean, he has a town named after him.
Surely I knew that, of course, as well. I've become a part of the high society.
Well, that's good, because that means you need to wear your best hat or whatever it is that you wear, because we're going to have dinner with him in his mansion, and he's going to tell us all about this thing that that happened. A train full of ore disappeared out of a train yard. Completely vanished, according to him.
And he has some evidence of this.
Yeah, the train's not there.
All right. I'm just saying, it can take a very careful eye, Jan.
Well, that's why I thought you would be an excellent choice to help him investigate this.
Surely, all right.
I like how this mission is aimed directly at Tawny, but everyone else at the table is like, yes, we are taking this mission 100%.
All right. Here's what I'll do. I'm working with a new team these days. I have a team, you see.
Oh.
Team.
You're paying them out of your
She has a
cut,
team.
right? You're killing me. I am dying. I am going to descend into the dungeon of this castle, and I'm going to rattle chains because you have killed me.
Algot comes back. We don't have a dungeon.
Yet.
I regret to inform you, sir, that the dungeon is currently in disrepair. Your tea, madam.
Oh, thank you, Algot. Tea, Jan?
Do you have something a little stronger?
Stronger tea.
Orange whip.
Perhaps an orange whip, sir.
Don't worry, Jan. I pull my flask out, sweeten the pot a little bit, and hand him the cup of tea, and I say, all right, very well. I will speak with my team this evening, and why don't you, we have many guest rooms, why don't you stay here, and we'll, before you journey back home upon the morrow, and we'll talk.
Very well. Do you have a preference, sir? I don't know, a nice one?
I'll get just bring the mid-level scotch.
So,
Oh boy.
do you want to bring? Are you bringing this to
Yeah,
the
I
crew,
think
or are we
I asked everyone to meet up in the library
Okay.
that night.
just you guys, or Algot, or is this when Algot is giving
I think Algot's giving the tour.
the tour?
The
Okay.
tour. Butterfly house, etc.
Yeah.
You know.
Ah,
The hedge
Dungeon
maze.
in disrepair.
So, I've come up with a bit of a lead, you see.
So have I.
We're not the first team.
I mean, we knew that there was a painting.
like everybody has said, they're like, wait, my thing is important, you guys.
I'm
So
just
with
staring.
But they've been treated terribly. The house Nisse says that
At the local toy store, there seems to be a chair that's a clown.
Franz.
We can't allow that. We need to step in.
Gentlemen, what's your
Sorry,
yearly
Brad, we're
income?
actually taping 3 episodes tonight.
Yes.
Are you good on investments?
I mean, I have, there's always something coming in. I've published many books, you see. Why do you ask?
Nothing. No reason.
Oh, you've angered her. What did you do?
I was writing this afternoon.
What did you write?
Well, I'm currently working on
I'm so sorry she made you so
the
angry.
absurd ambush with an ambling ashwife.
It's all right. It's all right.
That's a terrible title.
Would you like me to bring you some
It
lavender
fits,
tea?
so.
Oh dear, no,
It's
thank
a work in
you.
progress.
We probably should actually talk about what Stabby has
Scotch?
come here to discuss. I just shake my flask. Take
I
a
see you're
swig.
covered. You're well covered. Very well. Franz, the clown chair. I think it's probably just someone being weird.
I disagree. I think
We
it's
did know
important.
there was another team.
Sounds
But
important.
they were poorly treated.
I have had my thoughts about Linnea.
Linnea was awful to them and made them do awful things. The house Nisse was telling me.
I'm
He
somewhat
put-
less than surprised about this. Is anyone surprised?
I mean, I am.
It's all right, dear, and it's good to know it from the perspective of the Vaesen.
we can't just rely on everything we hear from our side.
I did kind of promise the Nisse that we would not bring Linnea back to the castle.
That's not an immediate problem.
But I just, or otherwise they will probably go back into hiding again, which is not necessarily the most, balanced.
They dislike her that much. We'll have to keep that in mind.
They're scared of her.
I think it just might behoove us all to maybe be careful what we promise until we can guarantee
True.
that we can keep it.
And just the Nisse do so good job of keeping things balanced around here.
So my editor, you see, he's heard some rumors.
What about
Count
this
you've
clown
gotten
chair?
that far?
So my editor, you see, he's heard some rumors. You've all heard of the St. Adler of the mining corporation.
Yes,
Oh,
of course.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So he's
You have seen St. Adler, for those of you who travel on rail extensively,
Okay.
like you have seen like coal cars and things with that name on it.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who wants to pull anything else,
I want to roll some dice.
give me a learning and logic roll.
I got 1 6.
Oh, we're back to the jails
I got
again.
nothing.
you know what?
You know about St. Adler because I think there was a point maybe where you were desperate enough for a job that you were like, I'll work in a mine. That's fine.
Okay.
And so the town of Adler is located near Lake Hornavan. And it's only the town grew up around the mine, which makes it a company town.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? Are we running into like the Swedish version of the Pinkertons? Because no, thank you. No, thank you. Let's go check out that clown chair.
This is already not gonna be bad because Miss
Not gonna be good.
Allborn's gonna be all black lung this, black lung that, blah, blah, blah.
Pneumo.
Stealing people's farmlands. This.
Learner!
Pneuma ultramicroscopic silicose volcaniconiosis.
Yeah.
That is the weirdest song off the Mary Poppins soundtrack. I don't even.
Like Hornavan, you said?
Yeah.
So he's had an entire train car disappear. Train?
No, the whole train.
Train. A whole train, an entire train.
Did somebody just miscount?
That's my thought, but my
Were there
editor
any witnesses?
seems to think he says that the train being missing is enough, and he's invited us to dinner to investigate.
Do we have to look nice?
Probably a little bit.
Has
I
anyone
could lend you a
talked
hat.
to Chris Angel yet?
I've spoken to David Copperfield.
Do we know what the ore was that disappeared?
Cool.
Coal?
Coal. It was coal.
Santa Claus.
We can maybe try to...
Yeah, you guys are going to have to punch the shit out of
Krampus.
Santa Claus.
We can do a little bit of research
Krampus
beforehand.
eats children, not coal.
Where's the coal, old man?
We can find out if there's any particular Vaesen that maybe consume coal, need coal, maybe water-based. It's near that lake, Hornavan.
Oh, hold on.
And
I think I might have a thing.
Don't we have
The ash one?
that occult library now?
Yes.
yeah, we do have the occult library.
Um,
I was leading to us using that before we started.
I just have medium where I can use observation to perform seances where you can predict people's futures and contact the dead. So maybe we can have a seance with this St. Adler.
I love that idea.
I love
Yes.
that idea.
Let's
That's cool.
I love this idea. It yes. Mm-hmm. He's going to love this idea.
I mean, I'm sure as a businessman who believes in things such as the Vaesen and the site,
Surely.
I'm sure we could do. It would help us as well.
I'm sure it would.
Does he have a dead wife?
I think his wife is living.
Oh.
Does he have a dead wife?
But I would say, based upon the business that he runs, it's likely there will be some
Minors.
poor, unfortunate people
You
that
think
should be available.
Oh, unfortunate. So that's
Yes.
it.
But I think,
Are we all in agreement?
Yes. I think
Seance and dinner.
So, what preparations are you making? Remember that on the way to the
I think Aelin is right. We should do some research into whether or not there's a specific Vaesen that has an affinity.
what
for, like,
what
cold.
advantage are you trying to
Oh.
get here? That's what I'm asking. That's what I meant to ask. Sorry.
As far as for the seance?
So remember that everybody in the trip to the investigation site, you get to prepare and gain an advantage based on
right.
something.
Right.
So
I still have a book for Aquatic Vaesen 101. So because we said so, yeah, because we're near Lake Horavan. So does the railroad go near the lake?
The railroad does not go near the lake, but basically the town, the lake is near the town, but not necessarily like there's not like a railroad track like going along the.
Okay, so there's not like a trestle over the.
Right, nothing
edge
like
of
that,
the
because
river.
Lake Horvath is actually very, very large.
Okay.
So it's not like a dinky lake; it's a big lake.
So we're taking a train to there.
Yeah.
So can I interview? If that's our destination, I assume other people are going there. So can I interview people who that's their destination and see maybe if anybody knows? Because obviously, if I took a job there, I know what it was like at one point. But can I interview see how it's been? Is there anything weird happening?
Oh yeah. No, that's great. That's a great advantage. That's yours.
I think I'm going to prepare medicine for what I would expect from black lung and people that have worked in mines. So trauma medicine and anything to do with that condition. And I don't know. I'm gonna go way out there and be like, "We're gonna be by a lake. That could be related.
Okay.
This is how you
I got it.
perform CPR."
The Diet of Various Vaesen 101.
Okay.
Like the book.
Okay.
So like
Cool.
what they eat and
I would like a fake miner's uniform.
Okay.
I would like to do some specific research on St. Adler, like go through the tabloids and see what people are saying.
Okay. All right. So we cut to the travel montage of the train chugging its way through the
Is Jan joining us? Is that?
Would you prefer him to join you or no?
Oh boy. What do y'all think?
Can I read his palm?
He's hilarious.
Yeah, he's here.
He's
Is
pretty
it
funny.
Jan or Johan?
Does he need 2 tickets?
No, just the Johan is in the States, you see.
Yeah, he's
Right.
right. Or was it England? I can never remember.
Last time it was Egypt.
He's usually. I think he's in Russia right now. I think he's got a thing going with one of the.
So just for the audience at home as a reminder,
Czars.
he's the same. They're brothers are the same person, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, Johan
It's
is his brother who
He
whenever
pushes his hair to the right when he
whenever
needs to.
the creditors call and
Yeah.
he's the guy that handles the money stuff. I'm just the face of the organization.
It's like that episode of Tales from the Crypt, which it's like Danny DeVito, I think, and he gets discovered by the twins that he's actually only one person, then they cut him in half, and then
Hey.
all right.
Good
so-
cut.
I think you made that same reference the last time.
I may have. It's very possible.
So good.
So we cut to the montage of everybody doing their prep work and the train, chugging through the wonderfully scenic Swedish countryside, and we cut to the crew as they step off the train, and their eyes are wide in wonder and horror. And the camera rotates around to see one of the train cars has returned. Embedded in one of the buildings in the town of Adler, stuck through the roof.
Oh no.
Oh wait, not like
shoved through the roof or just appeared?
like as if it were a knife stabbed into a block of meat.
All right, that's scary.
And that is where we end our first act.
Fair enough.
We'll be back with the second act of our final Vaesen story. Join us then, won't you? Congratulations, fellow human! You've reached the end of an exciting episode of Theater of the Mind Players. If you enjoyed our story, please like the video. If you want more games, subscribe to our channel. Attack the bell for notifications on new posts. If you liked the episode, please tell us what you enjoyed the most in the comments. If you loved the episode, consider joining our Patreon. You'll get access to special shows, session zeros, and help us determine what we play on the show. We love our friends of Pat Rayon, and we hope to see you there.